Okay, hi everybody. I just did a almost hour-long video reviewing a lot of clothes that I purchased from ACBJD, which is Alice's Collection BJD.com. It was all one-third boy clothes, and my lovely CJ Smart Doll here was the recipient of those clothes, and now I have a couple other Smart Doll boys that he's going to have to share with now. But I wanted to make a separate video for this. It is a Dream Valley resin bust, but I'm just going to go on record once again to say, after that video that I made for this, which I'll be posting up shortly, the one-third just generic size, like 60 or 65 centimeter or whatever it is, boy clothing fits Smart Doll beautifully. I cannot recommend it again. So much. I'm so satisfied. But I want to do this box opening for this lovely resin bust here. So this is, again, Dream Valley. It feels really heavy, but I think they probably, I don't know if Dream Valley sends their stuff in like a box or something. This is my first time. Oh, they do. Look at this. Look at that fantastic box in there. I don't think I have a Dream Valley yet. I think I might be getting one for Christmas. My husband bought it for me, but I went and bought it locally from a local seller, which was super cool. It was really fun to be able to buy something and just go get it and not have to worry about shipping, check it out beforehand, and it was great. So, anyway, oh, you know what's funny? I made that like hour-long video trying on all of those things, and there's still some other clothing pieces that I have for Smart Doll Boy in here. I think they're just hats. Nope, there's a pair of shorts. Oh well, that's okay. I know it all fits. It's fantastic. So here's my Dream Valley box, and I'll show you guys these. They're just red and white, or black and white, like beanie, like hat, and then a pair of shorts. They're red. I knew I had one really brightly colored thing besides that teal shirt. Anyway, I'm not gonna mess with that in this video. This is for this Dream Valley box. So this is a really fabulous box. It's like cardboard, but it has a fabric cover, like lining to it. So it's nice. It's really beautiful. There's their logo, the Dream Valley logo, and it's just black and tan, or like kind of like a cream. And then the front closure is actually like kind of leather, maybe. I don't know if it's actually leather, but like something like that. And it opens up by just pulling, and it's a Velcro closure there. If you heard me pulling it up, you can see the Velcro strip in there. And then on the inside, kind of like cushioning and lots of bubble wrap. This is really heavy. This is my first time buying Dream Valley. Like I said, I do have one that's coming under the Christmas tree, bubble wrap, but this is my first time buying directly from them. So what I bought was this resin bust, and here's a picture of it. This is like their COA. This is like a little, it's not glass, but it's like a hard plastic, and it's kind of like glossed over, so it's really pretty. This is what I bought, this bust. And on the back of the little hard plastic thing, here's their logo again, Dream Valley, and it has a website. It does not say Dream Valley, it says ugudm.com, so www. And then there is a cardboard one, has their logo with the same website, and then it says on the back, "My dear master, glad to meet you. My name from you is," and blank is my birthday. So you get like a blank kind of COA to fill out yourself. Since this isn't really a doll, I'm not sure that I would fill this out. But I do want to eventually get a head to put on this. And I might pause the video and go grab something to show you what the inspiration for this is. So this is nicely wrapped in like that kind of like styrofoam like wrap that you can get. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is beautiful. Okay, the spine is a little ridgy. You don't really get to see the spine very well, at least not, I didn't in the pictures on ACBJD. But look at this thing. It's like a heart almost. I know my lighting is weird, but I think they called this the Banshee bust. There was a male counterpart, so this definitely has like a female bust in there. You can kind of see there's like a breast there, but the wings kind of cover it. The sculpture is really beautiful on this. Look at the back. These two wings come down, like bend down like they would if they were actual angel wing appendages. The spine is a little bit bumpy. I almost, if I was brave enough, I would maybe like sand that down and make it more human-like. But who am I to say what a winged creature's spine is like, especially considering they call this Banshee. Whatever, it could be anything. But the neckline of there is really beautiful. The clavicles, if you are familiar with anatomy. I took anatomy many, many years ago, a long time ago. This is gorgeous. I came across this really by accident while I was looking for clothes for my Smart Doll guide. It's so beautifully detailed. Like every little feather is gorgeous. It's beautiful. So that's the bust, right? It has an opening down there and then an opening up there for hook and string. And also on the inside we have some S hooks and a piece of the cord for stringing. Then there is a little sponge. I don't know what this was supposed to be for. It's just an empty cellophane envelope. This is the base of it. So it's like, if you can see, the feathers kind of wrap down there. And there is like a little weird discoloration there. Oh, but you know what? Using that little melamine sponge, I could probably get it to go pretty much away. I actually just wiped most of it away. I don't know which side would be considered the back or the front. Okay, so let's see. It actually goes like that. There's only really one way to fit it in there because the opening is so small, but that's the back. So if you can see, just in comparison to my 1/3 size doll here, this proportions I would say would be probably 1/6, not even 1/4, like 1/6. It's gorgeous. The detailing here is just beautiful. I love feathered creatures. I'm not like a huge angel person, but just wings on humans or whatever creature you may be. So I don't have this strung, but it is sitting here okay. It's a little loose. I suppose you could kind of angle it a little bit depending on how tight the stringing is. And there are 3 joints in here. I don't know where exactly these would go. I guess on the neck, so that you can have the ball joint for stringing the S hook through and then putting whatever head you want on. Just the other day, for the first time ever, I ordered a blank, I started a layaway. I shouldn't say I ordered. I started a layaway for a blank doll body resin, and I chose to not get the head sculpt that goes with it because I didn't like it. It's kind of like a little scary. It has a third eye, and it's not a cute little trident Smart Doll, perfectly centered. It's what is it? I forget. Whale Town Abyssia. It's a fantastic, maybe 1/6, maybe 1/4, I don't remember, size resin doll, human body, a torso, and then octopus legs, and 1 octopus arm and 1 human arm. The head had 3 eyes, but one of the eyes was like off-centered and like crazy looking and like kind of scary undersea monster. It looked really beautiful and fantastic for the overall look of the doll. But not my aesthetic. I can't. I have to have cutesy. I'm all about cutesy. And anyway, there's 3 pieces of resin here. That's besides the point. Now I have 2 resin body parts per se that I'm going with. I don't have heads for, but I specifically bought this because I want to paint these wings gray, and not just like solid gray, but like really lovely gradients. I will paint this. This will be the first thing maybe that I'll get brave enough to paint, because the sculpt is stunning, and I would love to find a head that I can get, a sleeping-eyed head specifically, to recreate a bust, basically, a look for a character called, an anime character called Raka. She is from a series called Hibine Renmei. If you have never heard of that series, I highly recommend seeking it out. It is just a beautiful story. It's mysterious, and it's about winged people. They're not angels, but people that are around them think they are, or they're not sure what they are. And when I saw this bust, it immediately made me think of Hibine Renmei, the manga artist, who I think also maybe animated some of them or helped with the animation of some of his stories. He's called Yoshitoshi Abe. If you haven't heard of him, I bet you've seen some of his art somewhere, because his art is stunning. His art style is just gorgeous. He did other series, but Hibine Renmei is my favorite by him. And side note, I'm totally going off on a tangent here. I was so lucky enough to actually meet him in person at my local anime convention. It was like one of my first conventions I went to, and I was a big old shy, scared fangirl. So I didn't even know if he spoke English, and I certainly didn't speak Spanish. Spanish is like the local second language around here. Japanese, I don't speak Japanese. I've picked up words here or there, but I was too shy to say much to him. But I did meet him, and he signed some of the stuff that I had of his. And I knew about Hibine Renmei before I met him, and I just love the art. I'm going to go get the art book that I have and show you guys where my inspiration for this is coming from. So I'm just going to pause this for a second, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the book. Yoshitoshi Abe, you can't see his name. This probably says Hibine Renmei, and that's probably the artist's name underneath. But let me show you this up close. See that little angel girl? She does have a halo. They give them halos after they're born. Let me show you the art piece that I'm inspired by. And I'll show you, I'm so excited. This is like one of my most prized anime possessions. So here is Yoshitoshi's signature, and he did a drawing. Like the artist who created this astounding story and art signed this. This was back in 2014. So, what is that, like 6, 7, 8 years ago now? I was like so shy to meet him, and I was just so like in awe of being around such an amazing artist. I treasure this book. It's like one of my most prized possessions. Let me just show you guys the actual art of his that I just love, so that is inspired, that is making me want to paint this. But so here's this girl again. Her name is Raka, I believe. I think it is. I haven't watched the manga or the anime in so long, and I don't actually own the manga. I don't know if there was one. There probably is. If there is, I should really get it. I almost would love to get like a partial like top that looks kind of like this. It's like kind of silky and ruffly edges, and like somehow have it be here just above the bust, but I may not. I don't know. The series is so stunning. It's such a gorgeous thing. Alright, let me see if I can find the image of her kind of like asleep. She's so cute. I just love the art style. Look at that. Isn't that just so adorable? She has gray wings, so that's why I want to paint the wings gray, and the resin is already this lovely like skin tone kind of peachy color. Let's see if I can find the image that that I'm inspired by for her. It actually might be just that first image that I showed you guys from the book, kind of her with closed eyes, because it kind of goes through the whole series. Gosh, looking back on this, I haven't really looked at this book in a long time. I almost would love to make a doll of this main character, Raka, and have her have little wings. I know there's tons of dolls out there with wings and stuff like that. She's so gorgeous. It's such a beautiful story. Like, thinking about it kind of like chokes me up emotionally, because it's very mysterious. You don't even quite understand what is going on, which I think happens with a lot of Yoshitoshi Abe's stories. I think he probably does that on purpose. But his art is just so beautiful, and the stories are so mysterious, and they make you think. I love it. I'm flipping through here, and I'm not finding the image that I've had in my head for so long of what I thought I would base this off of. I have, I think this is actually the only art book I have. Maybe it was just that very first image that's kind of like in the beginning here. But yeah, I guess it probably is this. So in here, this image, her wings are spread out, but I like this for inspiration of what I want this bust to be. So on the bust, the wings are wrapped around, so I'm going to paint them this beautiful like gradient. There's like a white edge to a lighter gray to a darker color. That beautiful, just gorgeous creamy skin tone, the closed eye. I want to find a head that will fit this, that I can do a closed eye look with, and then finding a really lovely brown wig. If I can try to get some piece of clothing, it wouldn't even be a full piece, like I'd have to like somehow get like a piece that I can just kind of put like a frilly edge here just to cover up the slightest bust. And I could potentially do it along the back too, but I don't think so. I think I'll just put maybe like a little triangle, like kind of right here to get that frilly edge. It's beautiful. It's exactly what I hoped it would be. Yes, I'm getting like a little choked up thinking about it. It's just so gorgeous. Okay. It's beautiful. So before I start crying on the video, I think I'm gonna stop. But I hope to do something with that soon, and I hope to find a good head that I can match that to and get like a decent skin tone match. Maybe I'll have to go back to Dream Valley and look. I don't know. Or I might just look around to find something that will inspire me to match that character. But this all, him with his clothes, this Dream Valley bust was all again from acbjd.com, which is Alice's collection. They host sales that the dog companies that they're a dealer for, they pass on those sales to customers. They do just good sales. It seems like now that I've been shopping on that site since July, there's been at least 2 good sales, or maybe even 3 that I know they're doing a Christmas sale right now. But I did the clothing sale back in July, and I did this order for this bust. They, like I said, for Dream Valley, they do have another like guy bust that is similar to this style, but instead of feather wings, it's like leather, like I think of it as leather, but like bat wings, like with the membrane between the spines instead of feathers. Anyway, I really appreciate Alice's collection. It was the first time that I had shopped with them, and they communicated with me well. They answered questions that I had. Everything that I ordered came in. Everything was beautifully packed, and there was excellent sales back then, and like I said, there's a sale going on now, and that Dream Valley bust is stunning. I'm super excited, and all the clothes fit perfectly. I couldn't be more happy with this order. So thank you so much for watching both of my really long videos, and I'm getting all emotional here. So thank you so much for watching, and I really highly recommend acbjd.com. Thanks for watching, guys.